Humanity's golden age in the Sol system crumbled the moment the presence made itself known. It wasn't a sound or a sight, but an absence of void felt in the mind, like the instinctive realization that one is being watched. Across the solar system, heartbeats quickened, shadows lingered too long, and dreams revealed shapes too vast to comprehend. Dr. Evelyn Marquez, stationed on Europa, was the first to voice the unthinkable. "We are no longer alone," she whispered during a broadcast that rippled through the colonies. Her words were punctuated by communication failures, as though something vast had overheard and disapproved. In Lunasit, riots erupted beneath artificial skies. On Mercury, whispers of suicide spread like wildfire. From Earth to Pluto, telescopes turned outward, searching desperately for answers and finding only nothing. Somehow, that emptiness was more deliberate, more terrifying than any threat they could have imagined. Subtle changes swept across the system. Airlocks opened without command. Mining vessels vanished into the asteroid belt. And on Io's sulfur plains, sprawling, alien patterns carved themselves into the landscape, patterns too precise to be natural. Then, the signal came. It wasn't language, nor music, but a pulse, a deep resonance that vibrated through every molecule. It brought no answers, only the horrifying certainty that humanity had been noticed. The presence was not something they could see, touch, or measure. It lacked form, voice, and identity. Yet, it was everywhere, watching. Scientists and AI systems who studied it too closely collapsed into madness, consumed by the weight of what they could never comprehend. Dr. Amir Kader, a linguist, analyzed the strange symbols etched into Io's surface. His discovery was chilling. These were not warnings. They were feeding patterns, concepts extracted from human understanding itself, consumed by something far beyond human grasp. Ships that ventured too far into the Kuiper Belt disappeared, not suddenly, but with an unnerving gradualness. Crew members reported feelings of overwhelming insignificance before their signals went silent. The colonies, once symbols of hope, became prisons of dread. People withdrew into their domes, their dreams plagued by visions of vast, incomprehensible shapes. Even on Earth, the certainty of being watched stretched across every horizon. On Earth, the stars began to flicker unnaturally. Shadows stretched too far during the day, and leaders succumbed to the weight of their own terror. The presence had come home, and with it, humanity's last semblance of hope unraveled. And then, it moved. The stars rippled, bending under the weight of something immense and unknowable. Across the solar system, a single thought crystallized in every mind. You were never alone. You were never meant to see us. Humanity awaited annihilation, but none came. The presence simply receded, and in its absence, they understood the grim truth. It had observed them and found them unworthy of further attention. The stars returned to their serene indifference, yet the void left behind was suffocating. Across the colonies, abandoned stations and darkened vessels stood as silent monuments to humanity's insignificance. On Earth, the last telescopes were dismantled, their lenses shattered. The once bold explorers of the cosmos became prisoners of their own fear, unwilling to risk a second glance into the abyss. And yet, the shadow of the presence lingered. In every whisper of the wind, every flicker of light, humanity was reminded of the silent watcher that once loomed above. Some horizons, they had learned, should never be crossed.